toy in hands of corrupt politicians. Aisha Yesufu tackles CJN over his mob comment.
Oh, wow. Oba of Benin visits Lagos Governor Sanwo-Olu, says God ordained Tinubu to be Nigerian president. And then still on the hot topic this evening, Southeast governors must visit Tinubu, Sanwo-Olu, all right, and then warn them against ongoing demolition of the property in Lagos State. Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Ijeoma Egwuatu, EDC. We'll let you in on that too as we proceed on the show. Still on the hot topic this evening, palliative work on roads to begin December. Palliative work on roads to begin December. I was hoping to hear that they will begin soon so that people can travel to December in peace. Well, this is according to the Minister for Works, Dave Omahe.
And we have the story that says bandits attacks 100 villagers after failing to pay taxes in Katsina and Zamfara states.
So we have so many conversations that's around the judiciary, right? Bishop Kuka says it's sad judiciary now entangled in politics. Why is everyone saying this? Okay, we'll let you in on it too. And then still on the hot topic.
Have we talked about demolitions? More structures to be demolished. Lagos State government says.
Absolutely, Lagos State government says more structures will go down. Lagos State government. And yeah, Lagos, these are the hot topics that we have this hour. Let's quickly take a quick breather. We'll be right back to bring details of these and other conversations. Stay with us. This is the Evening Rush 90.3, Voice of the People FM.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
Lagos, let's get straight into the conversation now. So the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Kayode Ariwoola, has urged judicial officers in the country not to replace the position of the law with public opinions, sentiments, or emotions in deciding the cases that come before them. Now, the CJN spoke today, Monday, in an obvious reaction to the criticisms and condemnations which trailed some Court of Appeal rulings and governorship and National Assembly election petitions in the past 2 weeks. That leading these judgments led to protest and demand for a probe of some judges for corruption. Ariwoola, while speaking at the opening of a special session of the 2023-2024 legal year and the swearing in of 58 newly conferred senior advocates of Nigeria SANS, asked judges to remain firm. In fact, quoting him now, he said, "I expect every judicial officer to work very hard and also be very honest and courteous to the litigants, witnesses, and members of the bar, and discharge all the judicial functions with all the humility at your command." Quoting him further, he says, "Even while doing this, it is still necessary to have at the back of your mind that public opinions, sentiments, and emotions can never take the place of the law in deciding the cases that come before you. The law remains the law, no matter whose interest is involved. In all we do, as interests of the law, as interpreters of the law, we should endeavor to sever the strings of emotion from logic and assumptions from fact." I rest my case. He still, I could still quote him further because it was quite a lengthy conversation.
So reacting to the CJN statement, a human rights activist and a social critic, Aisha Yesufu, has said, reacted on her X handle, and I'm going to quote her. She said, "The judiciary is the mob, a spineless, greedy and controlled one at that, a mere toy in the hands of corrupt politicians who have not hidden the fact that they are the masters of the judiciary. The CJN can fool himself all he wants. He knows it. The politicians knows and flaunts it, and the people know it." So you recall that this was probably, you will recall that the appeal court, we call all the appeal court judgments and what happened, how they sacked it was a sacking spree for the opposition parties.
All right, so I'm still on the judiciary. The Archbishop of Sokoto Catholic Diocese, Bishop Matthew Kuka, had decried the involvement of the judiciary in politics. This happened over the weekend, just before, we started hearing all of this from the CJN. So Kuka spoke at the 8th House of Justice Summit in Kaduna, where he was keynote speaker at the weekend. Now, speaking at the summit, theme, electoral accountability and democratic stability, Kuka said it was unfortunate that the Nigerian judiciary had become entangled in politics. Quoting him now, he says, "I am saddened by the fact that the judiciary has now found itself being sucked into politics." Sucked, no? Mm-hmm. Okay. Quoting him further then, he says, "Elections will always give us what I call unintended consequences. But it is also important to understand that a contest is always a contest, and you use the experience of this to prepare for the next contest," he added. He also, he said a lot. So, Mr. Darlington, we've seen the reactions, and of course, considering what the Attorney General of the Federation also said earlier during the weekend about public reactions or public lambasting of judges. Let me take your thought and reaction to this.
Precious.
Sir?
You remember the appeal court president, what she said, Benson, concerning governors interfering in electoral matter before the tribunal in their states. And for that reason, she now said all the appeal cases should be in Lagos and Abuja.
Yeah, she even accused the particular son.
Good.
No, yes. That wasn't her. That was the reason actually why she removed pulled all the appeal cases from the states to Lagos and Abuja alone.
Please, are you telling me that the CJN was not aware of that development? That is one. Then two, what happened in Kano, where an election was overturned because 156,000 votes properly casted by voters was yanked off from the winner just because they were not stamped and signed? Please, let the Chief Justice tell me, was it the voters who supposed to sign those votes or INEC that the court had to deny somebody his victory and then invalidate the vote of voters? Was the CJN not aware of this ugly development in Kano? We are not talking of the judgment that another thing was pronounced, another thing was written in the CTC. So when he's now saying that who is applying sentiment here? Is it not the judges? It's the judges. They are dancing to the sentiment of their paymasters. If not, why should all this thing be going on? Instead of the CJN to come out strongly and condemn it, he's now gaslighting the public. That was what he said before the Supreme Court ruling on the presidential election. Remember? He said it. So, under his watch, a lot has gone wrong with the judiciary. I'm telling you, when the history of the judiciary will be written, his own will be in the bad book of history. Under his watch, something that we never thought could happen in Nigeria has happened. That of presidential election was the height of it all. It was the height of it all because up to today, I am still thinking of how that thing happened.
What exactly happened?
How the presidential election, how it turned out. Because everything was so glaring that injustice was done. It was so all the evidence up to today. Nobody have defended.
Can you name those things that were glaring?
Sorry?
Can you name those things that were glaring?
Oh my God.
No, for the purpose of the record, since you're the one speaking.
Okay, fine. No problem. An old woman cannot be tired of a dance step she knows too well. Maybe you want to hear fast. Don't worry yourself.
So you're saying Surugede is
now
it's an old dance.
Hold on, Precious.
Sir,
you were here when Atiku went all out to go and bring documentary evidence, hard facts from.
Did that happen during the election?
Hold on, I'm coming. They brought that evidence, which would have invalidated Tinubu's victory. But what did the Supreme Court say? That it was served out of time. It was not at the appeal level. Therefore, it cannot be entertained. Meanwhile, there is a Supreme Court rule, Order 22, where it was stated that the Supreme Court can bring in new evidence. Why didn't they apply it? For a waiting
they
matter.
also stated that, remember that in that they said that though that cases had been heard, new evidences had been admitted in the past outside the required window, but that they won't be admitting this. You saw that in the judgment. That was reflected in the judgment.
But though they will not, for what reason?
Not very clearly stated. But then they stated that they will be admitting it.
Is that not sentiment here? That I wanted you to bring it in. They didn't give us one good reason why they could not, for a matter as weighty as this. That is why we have a president in office who did not qualify or meet the condition for becoming the president. And now, people are using it to embarrass Nigeria all over the place. You mean the Supreme Court, is this CJN, you were not aware of such a development? What was that the good reason why they refused to admit that evidence? Nobody has given us nothing.
So
for a matter like this, I expected him to have said, look, based on these facts, let us do the needful. So let him not even try to defend what is indefensible here. Under his watch, the judiciary have taken a very bad bashing from all over. Even lawyers, senior lawyers, they are talking. So when you're talking about the public, market women are interpreting court rulings now because they can see that they are not doing the needful, they are not doing the right thing. That is why things are like this. I said up to today, I cannot believe that they could give that judgment in favor of Tinubu. Not even INEC was reprimanded for all they did. Not even. It's like INEC was now. Okay, look at recently now, Justice Amadi of the Appeal Court. You saw what he said about INEC. INEC becoming partisan. INEC acting with in an irresponsible manner. INEC taking side. INEC acting with impunity. Okay. Is the chief judge not aware of all this development? Why should he allow INEC to be partisan, to be siding APC in all matters? In all matters. Look at now to bring CTC from in Owerri, that of CTC Owerri judgment. What did we have now? The election in Owerri. They are asking for the CTC. Up to now, INEC is sitting on it. By the time they will now, it may be 2 days to the expiration of the time of service, they will say, you serve out of time. And the CJN cannot even stand up and say, look, this is wrong. You are obstructing justice. Justice can be seen. It must be seen to be done. That is when justice is being done.
So, Mr. Darlington,
not by talking.
Mr. Darlington, I want to bring you back to Aisha Yesufu's comment. Do you not think it is way too overboard for a judiciary using words like spineless, toys, fools to address the judiciary? Is it not way overboard?
From what has happened now, any word that will address this infamy is welcomed by me. Seriously. Any word that can address this infamy. You don't know the enormity of what the judiciary have done to Nigerians. You don't even know. All this arrogance by a particular political party is because the judiciary allow it. Every time they say, go to court. So the court has become the part of APC or what? Why are they always so happy? Even when they have committed offense, they are not even afraid that the court will rule against them. They are so proud. Go to court. And according to their own, the court will dance to their tune. Why? This should bring shame to the court. that APC is now using them as their errand boy.
No, Mr. Darlington, you can't say that.
It is bring shame. It should bring shame to them.
It's not. It's
a shame.
So are you saying that judgments are given out of the rule of law? Out of what is constitutional?
Have I not given you enough evidence? Hold on. What other evidence are you looking for? Even the judges, some of them that have conscience, they are even criticizing themselves. Some of them that have conscience. Didn't you hear what Justice Amadi said? Was that the one that said it? Then the man of at the helm of the judiciary, who's supposed to be leading the light in correcting all the infamy in the judiciary, he's now relaxing and talking another thing entirely. What are you telling me?
Mr. Darlington, let's go straight to another conversation. The Minister for Works, Dave Umahi, the engineer Dave Umahi, has announced that the rehabilitation and palliative work on all failed federal roads will commence on December 1, 2023. He also reeled out plans for actualizing a sustainable road infrastructure through the country. Now, this is in a personal statement posted on his X, that is Twitter handle. According to this was posted today, Monday. The minister said his response was based on the complaints by commuters and residents on dilapidated federal roads. Now, he said roads including the Makodi Nsukka and 9th Mile Road, East-West Road. Maybe because it's the road to my village.
How about
Lagos Abeokuta?
Is Enugu Port Harcourt Road included?
Wait, I'm coming. I'm naming them one at a time. He said Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, Benin Bypass Road. That Lagos Abeokuta, Mr. Darlington. Lagos Abeokuta, you know now. Another one, Benin Bypass Road, collapsed bridges of Enugu Port Harcourt Road. Enugu Port Harcourt Road is another one, and then collapsed bridges of Shandam Plateau State, Abuja Kaduna, Zaria Kanu and Road, and Gombe Bauchi, among other roads. He said he promised to tackle road infrastructure issues head on, not minding the heavy volume of debt burden inherited from most of the ongoing road projects. He said the attention of the Federal Ministry of he said a lot. So bottom line is that he said, don't worry. Commencing on December 1, 2023, we'll start palliative work. In some of these roads.
We'll have to patch.
So hopefully, if the palliative works, happen simultaneously and very fast, some of you may just be able to move your cars past those roads in December.
Do you know that Port Harcourt Enugu Road has not been motorable for? In fact, I think it's only motorcycles that can ply that road for more than 2 years now.
Are you serious?
Telling you.
Are you serious?
2 years.
I don't want to exaggerate, Mr. Darlington.
So you remember, in the East-West Road, that East-West Road that has been built, that has been under construction for a long time,
and the
till now we still have commuters sharing lanes.
And you know that when the flood happened last year, better parts of the road
was almost cut into half.
It was damaged.
Yes, I know that. Mr. Darlington,
when you hear this thing, what comes to your mind? The precious.
Is it what comes to my mind? How?
What comes to your mind?
Before I answer you back, what comes to my mind? How?
Precious, were you not here when Buhari supporter told you that he has not launched the federal roads? In fact, Buhari is the best person when it comes to infrastructure. He has built all the roads in Nigeria. Were you not here when they were saying it? Look at just yesterday that he left office. The truth has come out. So when all these roads are bad, then which road did the Buhari do? Please answer me. No, when all this, so thank God it's an APC man that is saying all these things, so that they will not say it's propaganda. When all this road Omar is mentioning now are bad, which other road did Buhari do with all the money they borrowed from China? Somebody should answer me now. That's why it's not good to tell her, before one day the truth will come out. They are not even bothered that they were the one that left office yesterday. And they told us they are building roads. In fact, all the infrastructural work Buhari is doing, this and that. I have said this several times here. Somebody should tell me what Buhari did in office. The so-called Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, are we using it today? Is it completed? Second Niger Bridge, is it completed? For 8 years, 8 good years, no single thing you can hold on to and say, yeah, Buhari did well in this area. Look at it, propaganda. No, propaganda have ended. The truth is coming out now. Ab initio, nothing was done. That is the meaning. Nothing was done. Thank God they are the ones saying it. If another person had come up, they say they lie, yo. They are denying what APC did in office. thank God they are the one that took over.
So, Mr.
Look at
Darlington,
it. So where did all the money go to?
Let's move forward.
All the money they borrowed, the pressure, where did it go? So would I start all over again, Abi? You people are joking, no?
Okay, Lagos, we've also told you that armed bandits kidnapped at least 100 people after invading some villages in Katsina State and the Maru local government area of Zamfara State. A member of the local vigilante group in Katsina told People's Gazette that the heavily armed men stormed the community in military fatigues. Residents of Zamfara where the bandits attacked Mutunji Ungwa Kwawo, Kwantarudutsi and Sabongirin Muhatu on Friday evening said the armed men arrived on motorcycles and took people away because the communities did not pay taxes demanded by the government. Mr. Darlington, bandits are taking taxes. They are asking for taxes in states. Isn't that some kind of a parallel government going on there?
Oh God Almighty! Please promise, please. I couldn't help you. Please don't be annoyed. you mean bandits are collecting taxes?
Yes.
Under APC government?
Yeah, they've actually kidnapped nothing less than 100 people.
So, Mr. Darlington, you'd also recall that the former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, had once complained to former President Muhammadu Buhari that bandits were forming parallel government with his.
No. Everybody's aware now. I don't know the one that gave it life. When I was saying it here, they didn't take me serious. The evil seed they planted yesterday, it don't germinate, it don't grow. That is it. Precious, have told you, you see this insecurity. One day the story will be told, and I hope somebody will be kind enough to tell us the whole story. Because this thing is not ordinary. Look at it. I thought they said IPOB the problem of Nigeria. Can they mention one place where IPOB is collecting taxes from villagers for not obeying them? You can see why I told you that we have left the leprosy that is worrying us. We are treating rashes. Bandits kidnapping villagers for not paying taxes to them. And the federal government just see it as if it's nothing. Nobody. Have you seen any reaction from the government? The answer is no. It has become a normal thing. Those people they took away, they are not human beings. Nobody will even say a word on their behalf. Look at how everything is so upside down, as if we are in a jungle. Why is it that this thing does not bother people the way it bothers me, Precious? Hold on. Do you know what you are talking about here? Human beings is taken away because they did not pay criminals tax in a federal government. Look. Anyway, there's no problem. No problem. Let us go to another topic,
so,
please.
In a separate development, let's go straight to what's happening in Lagos State now. As Barrister Aloy Ejimako cancelled to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, that is Nnamdi Kanu, has called on Southeast Igbo leaders, unquote now, to visit Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State over the demolition of houses and properties belonging to Igbo people in the state, even though it's been on record and there's been response that it's not only Igbo houses that are being demolished. Now, Ejimako, who also asked the Igbo leaders to visit President Bola Ahmed Tinubu over the demolition, said that they must not be beggarly, but must issue an ultimatum against the Lagos State government to cease or desist from the demolition exercise. There's a lot to that conversation, and we also have a video. I'll quickly play this. A video of a particular lady who started crying out loud that they were not even informed and that they were in their houses, inside the house, and there was already a bulldozer by the root of the house trying to take off the building. I don't know how recent this is, but this is a video that is making the round and people were shouting. Let's quickly take that reaction. We'll get back to it.
This is really terrible. This is terrible. Our life is in danger. Our life is in danger. Our life is in danger. We have millions of products out there. Our life does not matter to this government.
This is injustice.
This is really terrible. I'm coming.
Okay, so it's been observed that this actually is an old video. However, there's been that recent reaction to that conversation. But let me quickly also take part of Lagos State's reaction today. So amid this controversy surrounding the demolition of buildings in Lagos State, the state government has vowed that more structures will go down. Now, according to reports, there has been a series of video clips that captured some gigantic structures being pulled down by the state government over various offenses. Some in First Act, some in the island areas. Now, there were allegations that demolition was targeted at some residents of the state who are Igbo or of Igbo extraction. The government had, however, denied this. While the allegations continue to gain attention, the Commissioner Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, in a post on his official X handle today, Monday, said an ultimatum had been issued to owners of structures who violated drainage law to quit. According to him, he said a 7-day contravention notice has been issued to owners of buildings lying within the 7 meters drainage setback on Orchid Road, Agungi, Ajiron, Conservation Road, Osapa Oral Estate 2, and all along the Ikota River due to drainage problems. According to him, they said, we cannot keep lampooning the government for flooding when developers, builders, and residents are the leading cause of flooding. We shall continue to enforce because that is why laws are made. Without law and order, there cannot be development. Enough of this bad behavior. Quoting him further, he says, we also visited Chevron Drive, where a stop work order was issued to Gravitas Company, owners of Graysville Island and Pocket Island. We urged Lagosians to respect the state drainage master plan to avoid property demolition, as there is no going back on the decision of the state to enforce the law and reclaim drainage setbacks following the expiration of those issues. So, Mr. Darlington, very quickly.
Yeah, you see, let us not always play the victim in all matters. I have said it even in Igbo program when I was invited. Please, whenever you want to be, whether you are an Igbo man or Hausa, Yoruba, observe all the building laws in any state. If these people whose properties were demolished have proper documents, all this noise should not come up. They should go to court. That is all. And the court will listen to them. It doesn't require sentiments. It doesn't require victimization. I was listening to one Igbo program where people from Aspanda came, their leadership. And they said they went to this, is it not Amuodofi side, where these buildings were being demolished. And that he saw that the road cannot accommodate 2 cars. People built on the road. This is a leader of a market. And the man lamented that mostly it is the Igbos in those areas that own houses there.
So how did they allow themselves to buy buildings
Good.
in that kind of area, or buy lands, in that kind of area?
I am coming, Precious, I'm coming. You see what happened? You see this on Moliles. They play pranks on people who are eager to own building. They will go to land they know that it is not authorized, and they will allocate it to people. And because maybe you got it cheap or you didn't do due diligence, Omolile will collect money, allocate land for you, and then go his way. You will not verify, you will not do your due diligence, you start building. Then tomorrow you will start crying foul. Is it all the Igbo building in Lagos that the Lagos state government is demolishing? The answer is no. I have properties.
And yours haven't been demolished. And you're
an
Igbo man.
And I criticize this government more than any other person. Why haven't they singled me out? So what I'm saying is that if you do the needful, then leave the rest for us. We'll do the follow-up. But when you are building in unauthorized environments, what do you expect the government to do? To be looking at you? Precious, let me tell you what happened. I said it during the start program. You see this Ajawa State. When you go, remember when they were demolishing here?
Yes, there was a time they demolished.
Good. If you go there, you will see a sign. You will see the signboard written, "This property belongs to farm." The signboard is there.
And yet you go and buy land there.
So somebody crossed over the signboard
and went to buy land.
Can you imagine?
And then when they came to demolish, they say they're demolishing it.
Can you imagine? And so these are the things that I don't understand. Even if the managing director of farm said, don't worry, go and don't mind him. He will leave office tomorrow. When he leave office, somebody will come into that office who will say, no, I don't tolerate this. He remove your bill. What will you say? You saw the signboard clearly written. Is that the only place where there is land? Please, our Igbo brothers, when you want to build, there are many land in Lagos. Even there are people who are building in estates. There are many estate agencies who are advertising for land. Go to such a places now. There are many estate properties all over the Lagos. Go there.
So to what do you attribute this really? Do you think it's because people do not do their due diligence before buying properties, or they do, but they're just being stubborn and assuming that government will look the other way?
Yes, it's because they presume that they are doing the right thing. Because the law, when it do the right thing first, then leave the victimization. Let it come later. I have asked them, is there any statistics to show that it is only Igbo properties that are being demolished in Lagos? Somebody should give me that statistics before I will start talking. Is there anything to go to from the beginning to the end? It is all Igbo properties.
And they start demolishing only.
Then I will not have power to talk.
Or in a street, they just pick the houses that belong to the Igbo.
I'm telling you, they will not select it. When the person you house 1, they go to house 2 because it's an Igbo house. They demolish it. They will leave like house 3, leave like house 4, go to house 5 and demolish it. Please. Right, whatever they should be talking about is compensation. I remember Morocco. Remember when Morocco people were evicted because they were illegal occupants. They remove all the Morocco people from there now. You don't just see land, you go there. You don't just see, no matter how juicy it is, don't go. Do your due diligence. If you're like, go through property agents all over Lagos here, you see all these people who are advertising for property. Well documented estates. They are all over Lagos. Go there. It's more secured. Don't go to any land anywhere. The one Bale told you, Bale gave you land. Who is Bale? Is Bale government? Do you know the history of that land? It may be a place marked out for future development. When they want to do, you say your land is there, therefore they will not do what they want to do.
For the want of time, let's just quickly move to the next
conversation. So, please.
So, just before we go, human rights lawyer and former chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, NHRC, Professor Chidi Odinkano, has revealed that after 4 weeks of delivering its judgment on the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi's election appeal, and of course that of Atiku Abubakar too, the Supreme Court has not yet released the certified true copy CTC of the judgment since October 26 to the PDP's candidate and its lawyer, Atiku Abubakar and its lawyer, and P2P's lawyers. Now, Odinkano, who stated this on a post in his ex-formerly Twitter handle, I think yesterday night, Sunday, further revealed that the Apex Court released the certified true copy of its judgment on appeal through, of its judgment on appeal brought before it by the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, only on November 22. That it was just only November 22, right? So quoting him now, he says, despite the constitutionally having 7 working days window or maximum of 14 working days to release a certified true copy of its judgment, the Apex Court released its CTC of judgment on Atiku almost a month after it delivered its judgment, while the court is yet to release the CTC on Obi's judgment. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I want to stop it here. So do you think that this is the court flouting the rules that also guides it?
Of course. In fact, they should, Odinkano should go and present this into the CJN. Who was telling us
the CJN is in charge of the court. So what does he now do considering?
Maybe he's not aware. Precious, he's not aware of this. He doesn't know this. He doesn't know. These are the things we are talking about. These are what we are talking about, injustice. Why must they be sitting on it? It is 7 days for you to release CTC.
Maximum 14 days.
You see, I'm telling you.
Working day.
Eh?
So that means he may just take.
Look at that of Owerri. What put the man is INEC people? Look at what they are doing there. So how will the CJN see all this in and he's still talking about sentiment? Who is bringing sentiment here?
All right, Mr. Darlington, let's quickly run.
So Odikalo should not even go. He should go and present, package this and go and give it to the CJN. Let him explain what the meaning of that. Let him explain it.
All right. So, promise the last story, please.
So Lagos, we've also told you that the Oba of Benin has said that Tinubu's presidency was ordained by God Almighty. The monarch said this during a visit to the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Sunday. And he said he must have pleased God to ordain Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu as Nigeria's president if his difficult path to victory was anything to go by, including the many court cases that greeted his emergence as president. God has ordained that Tinubu would become a president of Nigeria. We are all one. I am for peace and tranquility. We must live together as one. Nigeria is big. We must iron out our differences and learn to live together as one big family, he said.
Let's take a listen to the Oba of Benin say that himself.
Show something that will now drag me into the controversy of Benin and Lagos.
Okay, so this was actually the Oba of Benin reacting to the fact that Benin founded or discovered Lagos State.
Of course, I
said major part of Lagos State,
exactly.
probably not all part of Lagos State.
Let's take a listen to him say that, please, very quickly.
I want to mention something that will now drag me into the controversy of Benin and Lagos. But I cannot help but saying that at least it is in history books that Benin founded Lagos. But when some people will hear it now, they go haywire and say, what is the Oba saying there again? But it is true. Go and check out the records. Maybe not all over Lagos as we know it now, but certain area in Lagos, maybe the nucleus of Lagos was founded by my ancestors.
So reacting to this, I think even the Oba of Lagos is also, or the office of the Oba of Lagos.
Yes, Oba of Lagos said something similar that his ancestors were from Benin or related to Benin or something like that.
So let's take a listen to that response too.
It's about the relationship between the Benin and the Iko people. Yes.
The first Oba of Lagos is a male descendant of Oba of Benin and very close person to him. He sent him on a mission here, and that's why we have a song. Ọmọkọ́mọkọ́ ni wa o, àwa kì í ṣọmọ àbí ìdànù. Òde ìbíní nàbí bàbá àwa sí, ọba ló bí síbẹ̀ kì í ṣàárẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin gbọ́, that's any, at the installation of any Oba, that song is always there. And anybody wants to be a chief or anything, or Oba, at that Enowa, when we finish the ceremony, we do like this. That thing we are doing, they are saluting the Oba of Benin.
Tell us about.
So you heard that confirmation from Oba of Benin. So Mr. Darlington,
I wanted to ask Mr. Darlington. I remember there was a time you said something like this in the studio here.
For me first, clap for me.
And it created a lot of rancor from different people.
When you said that, when you mentioned that once upon a time in the studio, and people, when you said we know how Lagos was founded, we know that it was the Benin that founded Lagos. People were like, yeah, why are you causing trouble and all that? How does this confirmation make you feel? Make you feel rather?
Where are these people now? Come, let them come and attack me again. You see,
and this is coming from the Oba of Benin himself, re-echoed and reaffirmed by the Oba of Lagos.
You can see now. That is why when you don't want to hear the truth, you will always be wrong. Historical facts cannot be raised. The facts are there. It's either they are trying to deny the truth or they are living in denial. If not, how do you forget all of a sudden what happened yesterday? And you are claiming you are the owner of this, you are the owner of that, you are the owner of... I thank God I was able to puncture that fact that they have been parading all about. Now that the
honorable is
from the
enough, let's
horse's
go
mouth,
straight to the phone
what will
lines.
they now say? Well, let them attack the Oba of Benin now.
Mr. Darlington, let's open the phone lines now. Lagos phone lines are now open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions in the conversation that is on the front burner. It is 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call us. 0700 903 903 903. You can call the WhatsApp line at 0700 903 9039. That is 0700 903 9039. You can also do WhatsApp to that number or call us on WhatsApp. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Precious.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Tony Tonero.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Kevin.
So what do I? Anything Chineke ga-edobe gị.
Na ọ dozele m ready. Ọ wụ na nya ka o dozikwa m.
Ọ ga-edozi gị double. Ya mmaji kwuru mmaji. Did you see what the Oba said? I remember I was listening to you that day, and it was like a fire.
I'm telling you.
You wanted to keep my Mr.
The man was listening truly.
So before the two beautiful ladies there came in. Good evening, beautiful Precious.
You came late to church.
And good evening, the worthy promise.
Good evening, sir. You're welcome. Good evening, sir.
Okay, sir. Welcome, sir. Let me just leave it like that. I don't want to talk.
You see that? Yeah, that day it was like fire. All of them, but I'm happy that the custodian of their tradition is the one speaking.
Exactly. That means that
I had the same issue here in UK. Somebody was. I said, look, he said I shouldn't say that. So now today they will not listen. They will not listen to that to what the Oba is saying. All of them will be away from the radio. Tomorrow they will start to argue it again. Yeah. Now coming to the topic that you said, I listened to the 6 o'clock news where you were trying to say something about the land. Exactly what you said is what is happening. I can use myself as an example. Sometimes our people doesn't like to go through the right or the normal process. I can remember that somebody, it's a true story, somebody who wanted to find a way to bring his brother to Europe. And I told this guy the process, but he didn't want it. He went and gave somebody almost 3 million. And that money went like that.
And that money, Otilo.
No. He tried to cut corners.
So sometimes you'll find out but the only place that Mr. Darlington, I will put but in what you said is that all those people that are holding a document, that document is from somewhere. Don't forget that there is something going on in some of the local governments when they would just a kind of take a form or smuggle out a booklet and fill it on their own without. If you track everything there is somebody who signed it inside there. Maybe the documents was smuggled out for them to collect the money. I have seen it sometimes when we ask some of us who come from abroad. When you want to do something in the local government, you will see how they will be trying to a kind of play you. And at the end of the day, when they play you, if you submit that into the embassy, like I know Australian embassy and German embassy, their lawyers will go back and verify all these signatures and the whole thing where it comes from. You pay for it. They will go one by one to every single signature and took a photo of the person that signed it.
Thank you, Mr. Tony. So we can attend to all the callers.
So it's all right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. So moving on to more calls because we have our phone lines buzzing non-stop. Can you help us turn off the volume of your radio set? Good evening.
Hello.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Welcome. This is Mr. Divine CJ calling from Oshodi.
Mr. Divine, you're welcome. Divine, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Okay. What I want to say concerning what the Oba said about God. I made this comment before. I said, when somebody came up and said that God ordained this thing to be, because don't need to bother ourselves over it because there are many gods. That's the way.
It's true.
Then on the demolition issue, people need to learn. They need to learn. Mr. Darlington has said everything. Then where I have issue is the CJN. The CJN that is blaming speaking what he want to say. I have only one prayer. One prayer is that all the judiciary who have judged what they want to judge because of money or because of fame or because of influence now judge things that's not right. They will not enjoy that money. They will not enjoy that money. That money they saw and truncated, they will not enjoy
but
it.
if they didn't, nothing will happen to them. I appreciate you, sir.
They will not. If the judgment is right, so be it. But if they have judged evil and the CJN now is now saying all the things he's saying, they will not enjoy that money. See, they have to get the plan.
But you don't cross on radio, please. You don't do that, please. It's enough. Thank you so much. I promise. Let's enter. Let's dive into some things.
Good evening rush with PP. Okay, Oba of Benin could as well stay behind his palace in Benin and make his statement, but he chose to leave his palace, leave his queens behind, and travel down to Alausa State House to say the presidency of presidents is ordained by God. But I thought Oba of Benin doesn't leave his palace. Whatever that made Oba of Benin to leave his palace must have, I'm not going to say what he said in it. That's what he said. Adegboyega Adedeji.
All right, and this says, good evening, P Square. The CJN is okay, and he knows it. The judiciary will be responsible for lighting this country on fire if things continue the way they are. All these roads that the minister mentioned, he said, So what roads did Buhari now do now? I use the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway every single day, and it's better imagined. It's probably the worst road in Nigeria. These guys, they do Osha. Mark from Agege sent in that message.
And good evening, everyone. Mr. Darlington has said it all. CJN, Tinubu, judges, etc., etc., are making illegality to thrive in this country, you said, and Tinubu has set a bad precedent, and he is encouraging illegality in this country. The constitution is clear. CJN, you go explain tire. Tinubu is the man. Okay.
All right. Good evening. Insecurity started worsening during Jonathan government, and terrorists started collecting taxes from people even during Jonathan's government. So it is not new. We are all deceiving ourselves in this country. That's what he said. And yes, you didn't state your name. I wish you did. And to Precious and Promise, good evening. Aman Igbo. Man, like what Lagos State, I like what Lagos State is doing to us. The high rate of house rent in Lagos today, we the Igbo cost it. We Igbo were very greedy and never seen anything. This is just the beginning. All right.
And Yusi from Ijegun says, good evening all. So public opinion in Nigeria in this 21st century is nothing. Why would CJN be talking like this like men at Oshodi Bridge? You see, these guys tormenting us belong to a particular kingdom. They are birds of the same feather. Concerning the demolition, it is terrible. Igbos should stop developing Lagos. However, the people doing this reckless demolition should bear in mind that they are putting their people in danger. Tomorrow, carry Bele. And Mr. Darlington, which court are you telling these victims to go to? Is it the court of Tinubu, the court Atiku and Obi didn't get justice from?
All right, so let's go back to the phone line. Hello, good evening to you.
Hi, good evening, Pressure. This is Faulkner. I promise. Hi, Mr. Darlington. How are you today?
Phonetic Faulkner, how are you?
Baba, so waiting, so I don't worry, I'll shock you today. So waiting, I would talk with say my own. I would just try to say like my own experience.
He just shocked you.
So one thing I understood is that, you see, Mr. Darlington, you've always said everything at the right spot. But one thing that we don't understand is that, you see, the building system in Nigeria right now, and most of contractors or local builders, they tend to build before approval. Yes. And I'm only talking from my own experience. Exactly. For me, I declined it. How can you build before approval? That's number one. So people that have information, they have documents, they can still go back onto the court system. And the second one I'm going to say is that, I don't know, maybe it's okay to say this over the radio. I think I'll try to just code it in between. So one of my uncle works for the Service of Defense Corps, and few years ago something happened. So in that process, all these bunkery, all those like a pipeline. Mr. Dancy, answer this question very well. You and I are novice, and it's impossible for a novice person that doesn't know how the pipeline works. When blah 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 release the crude oil through the pipeline, if you don't work for blah blah blah, when will you know when to go to the blah 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 and know when to put in your pipe over there?
Exactly.
So now you see, now you understand. So now blah blah blah, when it was working, it called in, and okay, there are a couple of people in here. They already have their own people that give them information. So when it went over there, it called is blah blah blah. We have a couple of blah 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 over here. So they asked him to wait for like blah blah blah. Within 3 minutes, when he called back, do you know what they told him? You need to leave that place immediately. We didn't send you blah 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 to be there and leave blah blah blah. So now you understand how the system works.
Of course.
So we just so it's just a crazy system. So
yes, now it's a no fact. It's not a hidden.
He said that sometimes when they even arrest people who are oil thieves, that the courts even go ahead and release them. And they have that footage.
The Navy man said it. The Navy man said it that when they arrest the bunkers in the high sea,
and they go back to release them.
A phone call will come.
In fact, they also, that's another person who also spoke about the court, our court during the weekend.
So
they said that.
It's a no fact. That business is not for small boys now.
All right, thank you, Fulton. I appreciate you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, my brother.
Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Yes, please. Good evening. Welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm Victor calling from Satellite Town.
Victor, you're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay. Mr. Darlington, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. How you doing?
We thank God, though. Let me take number one about the builders. You are right. But let's be very honest. I cannot say Lagos State government is trying to do it 100%. In one way or the other, the Igbos will be more affected. We all know that one. That is sure.
But was it fair that they bought lands in areas where, you know, they would stop water?
They will select. But they are trying to do the right thing.
The government is doing the right thing.
Madam, listen. They are doing the right thing, but it's selective.
Why will it be selective? Did you go to any area and you see that they demolished some and leave some houses?
Look at all the areas we mentioned
here.
They
finished all the houses in that area. No. Oga, no way. That's not true. Let's just be sincere and frank. Please.
I want to be.
What do you mean by select? What do you mean by select? So they go to a particular street that they say this street, the way the houses are built in these streets, they are all blocking the waterway, and then they'll just pick up some to demolish and leave the rest. Is that what you're saying?
Madam, listen to me. A particular area which they have more numbers, they know that more numbers are there. They go towards that side. But the areas that they know that they have their own people that are more numbers, they will forget about that area. Okay, now the area that demolished listen, I want to ask you now. Is it the only area that we have in Lagos State today that build on?
Why must you build on a canal, okay? Why would you build on a canal? And every time rain falls and these floods happen, all of you open your mouth to lambast government and you insult the government and you say that, oh, Lagos State did not put drainage, LagosTate did not do this, all the money for Lagos State did not. Now they are doing the right thing now, people are still complaining. How would they please you people?
You know what I want to say
How would they please you?
You know what I want to say now?
What do you want to say?
You know what I want to say now?
Go ahead.
Let them perfect the work.
They are perfecting it now.
So let's wait for them to do that.
They are doing it now.
That is one, madam. No, madam, thank you very much. Let them make sure they own the entire Lagos State.
They are doing it. Don't worry yourself. They are doing it. They went to Chevron.
Let me go to the other
Hurry up,
talking about Lagos and the Nigerian president.
Okay.
Number one, I am from Benin. The Oba of Benin cannot come to Lagos here. I'm from Benin. I'm an Aisha man. He shouldn't come here and come and tell us some certain things. that Tinubu becoming the president is this and that. What is he trying to pass? What is he trying to pass? Who cares about Lagos State and things like that? I am from Benin now.
Then what are you doing here if you don't care now, guys? It's not fair now. You're somebody's land. You're from Aisha. You're somebody's land, but you say you don't care about the place.
What I'm talking about now is, what is he trying to tell us? Coming from all the way from Benin, as an over Benin, visiting places.
Please, let us throw light on this particular issue. You know, the Oba of Benin is a traditional man. And traditionally, there are gods and there are gods. If you say it is
he said God Almighty.
So
when people say God Almighty, they refer to the supreme being.
Tinubu told you here when he went to Ogun State that he invoked the
Mr.
God.
Let's the phone lines are open, please. Hello, good evening to you.
Any God could have given.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you,
Madam Precious.
Sir?
Madam Precious, I have an issue with you.
What did I do? See my good voice.
You know the day you talked about Fani Kayode?
Yes.
It was unfortunate I couldn't get online with you.
Okay.
You refused to read his statement. That is an issue for me.
That was too insulting. That was too insulting. It wasn't ready.
Yeah, but that is the work of the press. You say it as you see it. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
That's not true, guy. You cannot teach me my work from where you are. I will teach you the work. Don't worry. Isn't this work? I sabi and reach to teach you.
What you read in the paper is different from what you hear on radio. You can
remember that the paper is subject to people's availability of funds to buy. No, people have to buy the paper for them to have access to it. But radio, you don't have to pay for it. You can just tune in and free to air. You don't hear them. So it's actually
okay.
Yes, it actually has more power.
Yeah. By the way, my name is Chicks. I'm calling from United Kingdom.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
I agree to that.
Okay.
Well done.
We salute you too. Well done.
Yeah. In a way, talking about the demolition, there's I say it in two ways, and I thank Mr. Darlington. He's a lawyer. He's on there. He will know what I'm talking about. This is complete failure of governance. That is exactly what happened in Lagos, where I'm living today. If you drop a piece of paper where you shouldn't drop it, straight away, the job is done. You get fined.
So they won't even let you put up the structure before they break it down.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Really? So, in as much as, you know how long it takes to build a house. And this government don't see it. And Mr. Darlington, please, you lawyers should help Nigerians. There's some certain action these people will take. It doesn't matter. You guys should stand against it and take these governments to court. Enough to get effect with what is happening, but to tell the government they shouldn't be doing this. Where I live today, if this kind of thing happen, you see lawyers come out say, what were you doing when these people erected this thing? How long does it take? And they will pay for it. I'm not saying to go back to compensate these people, because them too, they committed a crime. In fact, if you erect something here where you are not allowed
for government's ineptitude or the government officials' ineptitude.
Yes, it's their duty. It's their duty. If they fail to do that, they take them to court here. I'm telling you, if I erect something in my own house today without permission, and they get to know about this, they will come in, destroy this, and give me fine. And I will pay for the wages of the workers who come to do those things. That is how it is done. I mean, the government can't allow people to mess up everywhere, and when they like, they come and, we are talking, we don't have money, and you're destroying billions. Come on, man. We don't have schools. We don't have shelter for those who have no place to put their head, and we are destroying houses just like that. Sometimes when I look at what is happening, I don't even want to talk, because it's overwhelming. You know, sometimes even we Nigerians watching it, looking at it, the same way we look at them, the robbers of our election, and run away with it.
Brother.
We watch these people do whatever they want.
Thank you. Can I?
It's unbelievable. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hello. Good evening to you.
Hello. Good evening, voice of people.
Sir.
My name is Pastor Joseph Ochiba.
You're welcome, Pastor Joseph.
I'm a first-time caller.
Oops! Congratulations, producer. Give me a bell now. Let me.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
First of all, I want to greet our brother that is in the studio, Barrister Darlington. May the Almighty God bless you for the good work you have been doing for the whole nation, Nigeria.
Amen. Amen.
At the same time, I want to go to the Bible. The Bible says in Isaiah chapter 3 verse 10, it says, say to the righteous is of the well with him,
yes,
and you will live to eat the fruit of your labor in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen.
I am trying to let the whole Nigeria to hear the voice of Joseph Otiba from Lagos. The Bible says in Proverbs 19 verse 17. He said, whosoever rewarded evil for good, evil shall never depart from your house. Proverbs 17 verse 13, please. Proverbs 17 verse 13. Whosoever rewarded evil for good, evil shall never depart from your house. That is a man that sees what is right, and you turn it to evil. Evil shall never depart from your house. You see what is good, or you see white, and you say it is black. My brother, you are doing what is wrong. But when you see white, you say it is white.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
I am trying to advise the whole Nigeria. When you see what is good and you say it is good, you see what is bad, you say it is bad. Because the Bible says in Galatians chapter 7, he said, do not be deceived. But whatever you sow, it is what you are going to reap.
Yeah.
If you sow evil, you will reap evil.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's now take some other questions.
Exactly.
Please appreciate you.
Everybody, my brother, for this Bible lecture.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Sir?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Precious Demolition. How are you?
They do you go tire. Don't let me call you they do loot. You know, Switzerland loot. Now they make sound pass for Nigeria. They do loot. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Mr. Darlington, good evening. Promise, good evening.
Good evening.
How is Switzerland today?
We are good. We don't demolish people's house before, because the last person said it. Before you do anything, let me give you instant what he's saying. If you buy a building now and there is an apple tree or any tree in that compound where you bought, you cannot cut even a branch of it without notifying the local government of this place.
I'm telling you.
Precious, I say you cannot cut a branch of that apple tree without notifying the local government of this place. It's not allowed.
And even if
they have environmental people who goes around summer, winter, know the branches of trees that will be cut off. They will do it. It's their job. They will not even notify you.
So I don't have right
it's their job. You understand? So where we are local governments, Lagos state government, when all these houses we are building. Okay, let me go back to Abulado. I know Abulado very well. Abulado was started developing during Ambode / the current governor now. If you know that area very well, I was among the people who built Trade Fair. I'm not happy what is going on there. Even inside the Trade Fair, the plans. Because this thing we are doing, we are calling, they are saying they are destroying Igbo business, blah, blah, blah. My brothers are even doing themselves. Because Trade Fair They have destroyed the plan of inside the Aspanda.
Exactly.
I know. Even the car park, people destroy car parks
for space.
Build for space.
Yeah.
People destroy toilets where they built toilet before and use it for their own plaza because they are in government. You understand? That is not fair.
Thank you.
And tomorrow, when the state government enter now, they will blame them. Let us do things in accordance.
Thank you so much.
You understand? But the same time, where we are the government, when all these things are going on,
So
authorities not doing their job.
I am looking forward to having, a government official join us within.
They are not doing their job. You cannot build. Who approved those buildings? Every state have their physical plan.
Thank you, Nedu. Thank you. So that we can take other
It's true.
I appreciate you. So promise, let's
that...
quickly run to messages now. Our message box is full.
Good evening, P Square, Mr. Darlington. My name is Ambrose. I would like to draw your attention to what Oshomole in his euphoric tenure as APC chairman said. He said, whosoever sins committed anywhere by anyone or forgiven are forgiven as soon as, or whosoever sinned or whatever sin you committed, you'll be forgiven as soon as you join APC.
Okay. All right. So I go to YouTube now, where I have quite a lot of reactions. Oh my goodness, on YouTube. Let's see. I'm trying to.
Some people belong to APC now, and they put that their duty.
Good evening, Precious and Promise. The question is that where is the government officials when these buildings were coming up? Who are the officials that signed the approval and other documents for these properties? Sam from Ugudu is asking.
All right. Okay. All right. So let's see. And this here says, all right.
Buildings are.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Buildings are not erected overnight. Why would government overlook erections of structures until they are fully built before returning to demolish these buildings? I think there is more to this than meets the eyes. Is it not vendetta, you ask?
All right. So OK says, I hope VOP is paying Mazi Darlington. Has been in the studio since 5 p.m. Mazi, may God be your strength. Tracy Jacobin says, greetings, Precious, Promise, and Mr. Darlington. He says, Precious, please, don't let Mr. Darlington bend his neck with annoyance. Because I noticed that anytime he wants to get angry, he bends his neck. And then Tracy says, what's okay? All right. Oros he says, Oba is looking for Andy Ikegwano says, what will it take for people to engage the services of a certified surveyor and property lawyer? I feel no pity for people that continue to lose their properties. Things you can't do in the UK. It's what's happening here. And then he further says, Perpetual More Culture says, let's see. Sorry, some nutrition. All right. So Perpetual More Culture says, the truth is that our Igbo people do not like using lawyers to do due diligence before buying properties because they don't want to pay legal fee. They prefer to buy properties blindly and lose. And Igbo man says Oba is okay. Gregory Williams says, Precious, you are evil APC. I am an evil APC. Oh wow. Emmanuel Osi says appeal court will interpret the case with different definitions. Oluwatosi Ajowole says he spoke Yoruba language. I have no idea what he said there. He wrote it in Yoruba. Igbo man says exactly what that is my job in Europe. You can never cut down a tree without notification of local government. Oh wow, that's his job. All right, let's go back to the WhatsApp messages now.
Okay, Agege from Agege says, please, whom did the other of Benin say ordained President Tinubu to be president of Nigeria? Is it the mundane gods or Almighty God? If it's the mundane gods, I concur. But if it's Almighty God, no. Let's call a spade a spade. The INEC and Judiciary, coupled with the university dons, gave us Nigerians president. All of these are happening last because most Nigerians are biased, blindly religious and ethnocentric. For this reason, getting out of the present quagmire that Nigeria finds itself would be difficult, he said.
All right, Leo from Lagos says, good evening, Precious, Promise, and Mr. Darlington. Without justice, equity, and fairness, living together as one, it's a bit difficult. And then he says, Precious, the APC lady, this APC lady, Precious, please allow Mr. Darlington talk, I beg. How much did they pay you for this defense? God deliver us from your party. God deliver us from your party. That's his Precious. Can you invite the vice president to your program Sunday? Let's ask him questions on incessant banditry and terrorism in Nigeria. Don't worry, I will ask the question by myself so that you know, I no go worry you. Precious, my Oba will never lie. Expenses that.
Good evening, Precious and Promise, and to you, learned colleague, Oga Darlington. You have been vindicated and let those that attacked you last time go scot-free. Okay,
so Okosisi from Surulere says, good evening, Mr. Barrister Darlington and the peace. The Oba talking about good God or Tinubu may be the chief god of, okay, all right, you said so. And then this says, Precious, in the first place, the word Eko is a Benin word. Etiosa is a Benin word. So many of the words are similar. Although some twisted in pronunciation, this is why I am always angry with these people when they're trying to divide Nigerians. We are one, man. We are one. Only illiterates do this. Go on Twitter and see how they are still arguing the truth, even after the two kings have affirmed it. Some people hate the truth so much. That's what he said. And I said, this is the same way they see all the injustices, yet they support them.
And this says, good evening, Precious and Promise and Darlington. On the issue of the house demolition, I have an uncle who bought land because he knew one of the directors at Federal Housing then. He built the house, but last week the house was demolished just because the person he knew there was not there anymore. At least I knew more than 5 Yoruba persons' houses that was demolished. Let people stop saying it's Igbo houses that were demolished. On this issue today, I salute Darlington for telling the truth about the demolition. Salute you today, Mr.
Buy the champagne and come.
Stitches, I saw your message. I read it already. Sahib Barrow says, good evening, Mr. Darlington. On the CJN, has he not been saying the disgraces justices are bringing to the judiciary? He said he should continue to play to the gallery. As for the Oba of Benin's claim to Lagos and Oba of Lagos affirmation, it's nothing but twisting of history. I'm a student of history. The Aworis Yoruba subgroup are the first settlers of Lagos, and they were into fishing and planting on Lagos Island until the era of Benin Empire, when they took over Lagos and installed the first Oba. This can never translate to mean that they founded sorry, let me quickly rush down.
I don't know what you are saying.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, Precious and Promise.
Hi, good evening.
It is your sir. Make person laugh always.
I get home training now. You know, like as I get home training.
I greet my darling team, man of the every year, every day, every week. I greet you, sir.
My head is well, though.
You're 100%.
Man of your moment.
100%.
How was your weekend, sir?
I greet you well.
Precious. Let me tell you this. I really sympathize with those people. The houses was demolished. I sympathize with them. But, however, before you do anything, you got to find out. Let me give you one instance. When I was still in Nigeria, one of my executive directors, he wanted to buy some land at Lekki, almost 5 acres that time, millions of naira. The man, my boss said, hey, I wanted to buy land at so place. The man who wanted to, the agent, wanted to collect 4 million. I said to my boss, boss, are you sure this is a correct land? He said, yes, correct land. Let me go and get me a certified check and let us pay them. I said, hold on, sir. Can you let me do something? He said, what do you want to do? Let me go to town planning and find out about these lands. I collected the papers. When I got there, I spoke to those people. I said, please, so line, they are demanding money from me. I don't care. I give them some money that day. They find out. I said, look, how many here do you have? I said, 2. Don't try to buy anything here. Don't try it. I said, what happened? They said it's acquisition land. Don't try it. So when I got back to the office, I said, boss, that land, don't try it, sir. Don't try it. He said, what happened? They said is acquisition land. When the agent came to my boss following day, my boss said, "Hey, Mr. Man, can you tell me the truth? This land, is it acquisition or something like that?" The man said, "No, it's not acquisition. No." He ran and met me. I said, "Hey, Mr. Man, say your boss says it's acquisition. It's true. It's acquisition. I just want to collect my money and run away." Oh, wow. I said, He didn't tell the man that I went to town planning. I said, "Boss, tell the man that I will call you back to come and pay you. Don't worry." That's how my boss escaped that scam. If you want to do anything, you have to find out before you pay. I really sympathize with those people. I'm very sorry.
Thank you so much.
So may God help us. My darling T, God will continue being with you, my brother. I love you. Bye.
Well done, sir.
Thank you so much. All right, Steve from Ikeja says, Mr. Darlington, sorry, let's run through some messages very quickly. Get back to you.
Okay.
Steve from Ikeja says, Madam Precious, past president of APC, current president APC and Judiciary, promised Nigeria angel, but the end up giving us Nigeria child. God should. I beg, stop it now. Only me, past, present, and present participle of APC. Why? Yinka from Ifako says, it's true. People build indiscriminately in Lagos without doing proper check. This is so bad, but I will urge the government to give enough time for those affected to evacuate rather than a very short notification. And then he further says, as per Oba of Benin, there is a historical link between Benin and some part of Lagos, just like a historical link between places in the past. I read this, but the question is, where there are no Yorubas in Lagos State as a whole when the Benin came in, without being tribalistic anyway. That's what Yinka said. All right, you have a message there. You have a message on this promise.
Good evening, beautiful ladies. Mr. Darlington, hold on. And the Jews never thought of going home to develop their nations until Hitler and Germans began killing them, known as the Great Holocaust. They went back and built their home. Today, see Israel now. The Igbos should convert this challenge they are facing in Lagos to opportunity. Let us think towards going home. We don't have to wait for Nnamdi Kanu to awaken our consciousness to realize that no matter how we build Lagos and develop Lagos, Lagos is not and can never be our home. The indigenous people in Lagos still have more rights because Lagos is their land. Lagos is never a no man's land, he said.
Right. Kelechi from Oshodi says, good evening, PMP Barrister Darlington, the mouthpiece of common man, Mr. Darlington. If you come out 2027 for election, I will vote for you for the truth that you are saying, but don't use APC flag because I know you will win. You win them in court too. Please, Precious, this is our rejoicing like this today. It's like, yeah, see, this one I'm rejoicing like this today. It's like hope most of them have written in my name for people that's going to abroad. Is your abroad thing working already? Is your abroad thing working already? Alright, Lagos, let's take a quick breather. I'll be right back to continue taking your thoughts and your reactions on the conversation. But in our stand-up segment, when I come back, we will take a quick infomercial. Then after we'll have a step-down segment. On the step-down segment today, Mr. Darlington, right? Have you ever been a victim of having someone or putting someone up as your referee for work, and then the person messed up, messing your name up and even pitching himself for the job, a thing like that. So we'll tell you someone's eyewitness report and also get to know if you've experienced that before. Sir,
please, now that we are rounding up this particular issue, you see this land issue, one of the problems, but people are saying that, was there no government official? Didn't they see them? What happened is that when they come for inspection, they will tip them money. When they see this building, they will give them money to go back. Meanwhile, the evil day is coming. It's like somebody who is owing NEPA bill. When NEPA come to cut your light, you tip them, they will go back. Meanwhile, your bill is still there.
Mr. Darlington, that's still not an excuse, but let's quickly go on.
So when the right man will come, you will now pull down your wire.
The mic will cut us off.
So that is the issue.
Ndị Igbo Maritime ji ohere a akpọku ọhaneze ikwu na ibe ndị enyi yana ndị ihe ọma ha na-amasị n'emume erimji ndị Igbo Maritime 2023 bụ nke ga-adị na mkpụrụ ụbọchị 3 n'ime ọnwa Disemba.
Are you Looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness.
Ndị Igbo Maritime ji ohere a akpọku ọhaneze ikwu na ibe ndị enyi yana ndị ihe ọma ha na-amasị na emume erimji ndị Igbo Maritime 2023 bụ nke ga-adị na mkpụrụ ụbọchị 3 n'ime ọnwa Disemba 2023 ma ọ kụọ elekere 12 nke etiti ehihie na Festival Hotel Amowo Odofin n'ebe Doba Golden Tulip dịbụ. Nri a ga-eri n'ụbọchị ahụ gụnyere ji ahụrụ ahụ, ụgba, ụtazị yana nri ndị Igbo ndị ọzọ dị iche iche. Onye ọbịa pụrụ iche bụ Area Controller of Customs Tinkan Island Port, Lagos bụ Dera Nnadi, onye nọ n'isi mmemme a ma bụrụkwa nna ụbọchị anwa bụ His Royal Highness Eze Damian Obianigwe Ezeọha nke mbụ n'Ihite Owerri, Olu, Imo State. Onye isi na-achịkọba mmemme a ma bụrụkwa osote PG bụ Prince Ọzọchukwura. Ndị na-emenya bụ mmemme bụ otu ndị Igbo Maritime nke Nigeria bụ Asimpin. Ndị Igbo Maritime anyị ga-adị.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream, delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, First Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
Good day, my people. How una dey? Hello, my name now Mrs. Chibweze Anthony Adama. I me be the Northland Global Ambassador. The team where they represent now, the favored global team. No get came.
You are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. So apologies for that hiccup, that heat rather, that we did experience while trying to go on a commercial break. So you are welcome back to the show, right? My name is still Precious. Mr. Darlington is here. Phone lines are buzzing. We can't really continue taking your thoughts and reactions on the conversation that we had. But right now we have somebody in the house with us, and she is here to tell us, you know, how to keep ourselves healthy and how to make a little bit of money. And me, anything that has to do with money, count me in. On no account should you count me out in anything that has to do with money. So I have Mrs. Chibweze in the house. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, sweetheart.
Why are you smiling? Anytime you come here, I do you well, Abi.
Yes.
You like the way I do you?
You're too much.
I do you well.
Yes.
You to start doing me well back.
Don't worry.
You do me well.
I also do you well.
No, you've not done me well. You've not done me well. So go ahead and tell us where you're here.
Okay. My company is running a promo, and the promo is ending tomorrow.
Oh, just tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, so
the promo has been on. There is a Christmas promo. People are going to win rice, bags of rice.
Hey, wait. Do you know one bag of rice is 65,000 naira?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Hey, wait.
Groundnut oil. So, and also, this...
Go ahead now.
Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry. And also this amazing product you're seeing here, the Northland Detox Pack.
Are you serious?
Yes,
what does it do?
it's going on a discount price. You can see. So this product you're seeing, the cost is 400,000 naira, but on this promo with 80,000 naira you can get this product. When you register with 260,000, and when you're registering, so when you pay 260,000 naira plus 80,000, so with the 80,000 the company will give you this product. So it's an amazing opportunity for everyone to come on board. And I want to, I'm always excited because of the benefits Norland offers, and I've enjoyed a lot of benefits from this company. This is my 3 years plus. So apart from the healthcare products, which you can see, this is the male pad I talked about. Any man that wants to package himself very well.
Male what?
Pads.
Pad?
Yes.
That is men.
Very good for male reproductive organ. No.
Okay.
It helps to regenerate the erectile, the genital organs, and helps them to perform very, very well. In the other room.
Did you hear?
Pressure, did you not hear?
No, I'm just asking in case you heard what she said.
And this pad you're seeing also helps to take care of post-rates.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and also 100% infection.
So how do men wear pads? I'm sorry.
It's very light, just at the center of the bursars. Yes, they paste it.
So you paste it there?
Yes, very light. And so apart from this, also this, you can see our paste. I want everyone to get this paste. The herbal toothpaste, very nice. It eradicates mouth odor, whitens the teeth. Look at my teeth.
You're sure I can come near you now without
yeah, that odor, no smell.
Oh wow.
And also it takes care of toothache. So apart from this, and this is for ulcer, apart from what this product we have, the company offers international trip. You can see the attire I'm putting on is Norland. This is our attire outfit we used in traveling to one of the outfits we used last year. So we went to Dubai. It was all paid.
All expense paid.
All expense paid trip by Norland.
So again, I ask, what the level of work I had to put in to make me qualify for all this? Because it's always sweet when you guys come and tell us you qualify for this, you qualify for that, but you not tell me to go and bring my ancestors and bring someone to bring someone to bring someone. So how do you help people to achieve all of that?
Okay,
if someone registers under your team, is there a way you help the person?
We have a team. We have different teams. My team is the Favored Global team. So when you register with my team members, we give you the strategy, because every business needs people. You can't do it alone. Just like we have Mr. Darlington in the studio tonight. So I will be able to educate you on how you can go about the communication. It's all about creating awareness. A lot of people out there are looking for opportunity like this to embrace. And Norland is one business that does not stop whatever thing you're doing. So you can do Norland as a civil servant. You can do Norland as a student. You can still do Norland as a housewife. So it's a business you can do that doesn't have to alter whatever thing you're doing already. It's a business you can do with your phone. So I'm going to teach you. I will hold you by your hands and show you the ways you can use in doing the communication to people.
Because in the past we've had people sending messages that they had registered, and then some of them said they've not been able to sell the products, and say they've not been able to get someone under them, and it's been challenging. So if you have someone like that, how do you help that person?
Okay, like Norland is not badging your product to go and sell. Okay. Norland is a different company. When you register, you pick products worth your money. Yes, you're not losing a dime in this company. Product to use, you are the one to choose what, because you need to use this product. The company says use it first before you start telling others to come in.
So you have the right. It's not like they just give you a particular set of products.
No, they don't badge you.
Choose within their area of products, what exactly you want.
You want to use for yourself.
Peculiar need at that time.
Exactly. Then when you use this product, it will tell on you. Most of them don't use it. And when you go to tell someone about a product, and look at your skin, look at my skin. You can see how smooth my skin is.
Your skin is real now.
Very sharp.
The skin is sweet.
So they will look at you first. You that is bringing the opportunity, and if you don't really look good, they won't listen to you. They won't give you audience. So you use the product. Then secondly, if people now order, that is when you now buy from companies.
Alright, so give us your number very quickly so that you give my studio. My people are waiting for me to take a message.
Also, how you can grow. Maybe they are not doing the right thing. If you join my team, you must do the right thing. Every business has a way.
Okay.
You build it.
And all of this you put them through.
Of course.
Alright, so how do
I have people earning in dollars every week in my team.
Alright. Awesome.
Putting in the work, very easy. So you have to do the needful for you to get the output.
Okay.
Not like you're here in the studio doing the needful. and you're getting results.
I have to do the needful because I won't eat the needful.
God bless you.
I won't eat without the needful, rather.
God bless you.
So go ahead.
So most people are lazy. They don't want to do anything.
Okay.
So but I'm here to hold their hands and guide them on how they can succeed. If I could succeed in the company, this is my 3 years plus. I've gotten all the incentives, the cars and the trips, the electronics, even rice. I don't even qualify for my bag of rice. Yes, I'm not buying.
All right. So how do we contact you?
So my office, I have different offices. I have in Asaba, I have in Owerri, I have in Lagos here. So my office in Lagos State is at number 7 Canal View Drive. That just phase 2, Canal View Drive phase 2, just at the back of Greenfield Estate.
Okay.
That's
number
my office,
7
Canal View Drive.
Contact number, please.
Phase 2, just Canal View Drive phase 2 at the back of Greenfield Estate. Then my phone number is 070 37 40 5082. 070 37 40 5082.
Okay, the other number?
070 82 44 5668.
Call it again, please.
070 82 44 5668.
Okay.
So the first one is 070 37 40 5082. So wherever they are, I do a global delivery. Okay? Wherever they are, I can deliver to them in and outside the country. Are they in US? Are they in Canada? Are there any states in Nigeria? I can make delivery.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Would you like to call the number one more time before we run off?
Yes.
Okay. So
my number remains 070 37 40 5082.
All right. Thank you so much, Madam Chibueze.
I'm a call away.
All right.
And I'm there to help you.
You're just a phone call away.
Yes.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. You are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People Everybody. Still the evening rush. So on our step down conversation, so someone tweeted and said when my referee was called for my reference, he tried to pitch himself to the job and said he didn't really know me like that. I asked him about it. He smirked and said, you know how it is now, even for me and my terrible luck, this is wild. Okay. Anyway, this is your week. Okay, so yeah, that's what he said. So furthermore, when probed, further about the job and why would someone who is supposed to be his referee do that to him, he said that interestingly, that person has been eyeing that kind of opportunity before. And although the industry is like a bigger industry than what he's playing in, and then imagine you giving someone, putting up someone's name as your referee in your CV, and then boom, the company calls the person and the person goes, spoiling your name. A lot of people under the tweet also reflected the experience, reacted, similar experiences that they've had in the past concerning that. Mr. Darlington, how would you feel if you put up someone as a referee and the person goes ahead to do this to you and to say what? And at the end of the day, perhaps assuming this company does not call you back to let you know that this is what happened, and they just go ahead to, take a referee on the job. How would that make you feel?
Now, for you to have a referee, that is somebody who is going to validate your character.
Absolutely.
And everything.
Yes.
You must have related with that person. You have to inform that person. It's very important. Because the person that knew you yesterday does not know you currently, what you have been to, what you are doing. People can change. So if I knew you yesterday as a good person, and then currently I can't say anything about you, and you now put my name as a referee. If they call me, I will say, well, I will not be too quick to answer them.
But this person tried to take her job. The referee tried to take her job.
Yes.
Pick her job.
Yes. Now the person was actually telling the HR, for instance, assuming it's the HR that called to find that, like, you put me up as a referee, and the company calls me, hello,
for confirmation.
Do you know some certain person like Mr. Darlington? Can you testify about his character and all of that? And I say, you know what? I think it's better you take me.
I think I can do the job better.
Look, even hold on. Even if the company. If the company decide to take such a person, that company is a useless company. Yes, now, don't you know that the person talking to you is a very bad character? He can't project the image of that company. Can't you see mischief here? No, hold on. Can't you see mischief? If you are in HR, will you take such a person? You are supposed to be a referee to somebody, and then they call you to validate it. You are now saying, give me the job of that person.
So assuming the HR, had given the job to that person, so you think that
that company is not worth it.
All right. So I have this message from this person that says that, good evening, Madam Precious and others. I am also a victim of this.
That person.
But the person said this year, that he was a victim of this particular incident. Someone, who is supposed to be his referee, taking the job or trying to.
But the thing is, in life, I think a lot of people want you to do better, but not better than them in life. So perhaps the position this person was trying to get was more than what the referee had already. Do you understand?
It's the company I will blame. Go and look anywhere you go. It is the company. The company should be, that means you are not a good character. That is it. Now the company should smell mischief before. Yes. Now, I mean, Precious, are you not seeing?
Mr. Darlington, let's just take one call.
No, you are a PR person now. Can you accept such a person?
Hello, good evening. I understand where you're coming from. Hello, good evening.
Hello,
good evening. You're welcome. What's your name? Can you help me turn up the volume of your radio set, please?
Okay, I'm ready. So, my name is Innocent.
Innocent, you're welcome. Go ahead.
I'm calling from today.
Go ahead, please.
So, I understand what you said. So, my own contribution is concerning the person using as a referee. Which one you like this for the person? Because I don't want to say anything that will offend anybody, because the person particular that stand as a referee, they don't have a good character. Yes. So it is something for malice with his friend.
Unfortunately, your line is not even
the thing is not too clear, but I know what he's saying. I mean, he condemned that person.
Yes. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, good evening.
That was scary. Good evening.
Good evening, Precious.
Thank you.
You're looking so energetic today. What happened? You're so excited.
Am I? I'm really not.
Yeah, you are. You are. Let me say it to Mr. Darlington. He's always in the right perfect time. Kudos to Mr. Darlington. It's quite laughable. Someone that you're talking about referee and all those things. You need to indict the company as a whole. That company is not a good company. We don't need to look at it in two ways at all. That shows that company is not even up to standard. You understand? Because the person did not even submit his CV or CV at first. Then how will you just take that person? That's what they call Boju company.
I'm telling you.
So that one should not even be a company at all. So it shouldn't even be something that we're going to discuss in the first instance. So I think that one is buried. So let me quickly go to the demolition of houses in Lagos. I think we should look at it in this way. A lot of houses there, they have what they call approval. They all have approvers. You start, but no. I'm telling you, there's what they call, you may have approval, but you don't have C of O. Before you could put a building, those kind of building in Lagos, they will approve it for you, because here we are now, even here we are in abroad. You understand? Before you can even put a block, or maybe you want to put a canopy, that's what they call approval.
We appreciate you, but we have to run along. We have to run. I'm so
you have to go. But honestly, go and find that it was approved, but they don't have C of O.
I appreciate it. Mr. Darlington, our time is up.
The plan of Festac has been bastardized because all the buildings there.
So there is one more message.
All the approval are not what is there.
Thank you to everyone who's been part of the show. Mr. Darlington, I think that is a parting shot. My name is Precious. Our name is?
My name is Promise. Do I have a parting shot? So I think the only people, let's all have in mind that the only people who want you to succeed in life is your family and parents. Always have that at the back of your mind.
The only people?
Yes.
Good night,
but the Bible says your worst enemy are your family members.